welcome back to the Flower Files Wildly Native podcast. You've got your usual here, Amber,
Liza,
and Lizzie.
We're talking about tractors this week. Sorry, Dylan. I called out your speech impediment.
Oh
Love
my
you.
God.
Yeah. Preferably the green and yellow ones.
Yeah. Do not. Okay, so there's green and yellow ones, there's red ones, there's orange ones, there's blue ones, there's very few purple ones.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Lime green. If there's a gator.
Look at you using those big words.
My vocab.
Your brother would be proud.
Mm-hmm.
So all things tractors this week. You guys are probably going to hear a little more from me than maybe the other girls because
sorry about that.
The one who drives the tractors. Low-key, I've always had a fascination with tractors. And okay, so when I was little, my dad was always very like, oh, you don't need to be driving the lawnmower. Oh, you don't need to be doing these things. And I was like, what do you mean I don't need to be doing those things? So hence, when I went to college, one of the things I made sure I learned was how to drive a tractor. They put me on a flywheel, 2 front wheel, very old, very, very, very slow in the parking lot and just told me drive in circles. And that's what I did. And lo and behold, I actually had a knack for it. And they started to put me on more tractors and bigger tractors. So I'm kind of a nerd. For those of you who don't already know that, and I love driving tractors. Makes my day. I often have people ask, what kind of infrastructure do you need to be a flower farmer? And first of all, it's going to depend on the scale, because when we first started, we did everything with a hand rototiller. We didn't have a tractor.
Yeah, we did.
It was a lot of pushing. It was a lot of pulling. It was heavy. It was hard. There was lots of cursing.
And no horses. We had our hands.
Yeah. Lots of cursing because you had to pull and pull and pull and pull, and I wasn't good at the pulling. I was really good at the key. Get it to start. Yeah. And the rototiller, the handheld rototiller, had its own challenges because you had to have the wheels locked, the wheels unlocked, the wheels do this, the wheels do that. And I just was like, I'm over it. And we had grown to a space. I mean, we live on a farm. We have a tractor that was actually my grandfather's.
She's old. We call her Old Bessie.
And your brother absolutely loves driving that tractor. But it's too big and heavy for what we do. So all of the equipment and all that kind of stuff, all the infrastructure that we have, it's just a little too wide. It's just a little too heavy. It's just, so we needed something that was simpler. And to be honest, it's really easy for us to have 2 pedals, forward and back, and 2 modes, high and low. I mean, it just makes it super easy, but it still can run all the attachments that we use. Yeah. And I've thrown just about, I think I've thrown everybody here on the tractor and been like, hey, you drive back today.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Amber was like, wait, what? I was like, just get on and go forward. You're fine.
You have to like sit on it and take a moment, be like, okay, this does this. I haven't been on it in a long time.
No, because you're trapped inside a lot of the times.
Yeah, flowers.
And you
okay.
tend to like the gator a little better. It's kind of like a go-kart. There goes Lizzie.
Yeah, love the gator. Love it.
Yeah. But like over time, as our space has grown, as our growing conditions have changed, as we've grown, we've needed kind of different infrastructure and different tractors.
Yeah.
Last week, go ahead.
And honestly, for the size too.
Yeah.
You're just growing.
Well, but we also have to be careful. If we change tractor size, that changes tractor tire width. And then if you change tractor tire width, that changes the compression for when you're doing the rototilling to be able to lay the fabric. Like everything is all set now. We broke into a new section this year, and unfortunately, the natural progression of the field puts us down in a section of field that has a very high level of clay. We actually lost some of our larkspur because it just couldn't grow because it's so dense.
Yeah, because it couldn't breathe.
It just couldn't do anything.
Didn't have enough oxygen because the particles are so small in the soil. Water sits a lot faster.
And it can't uptake the nutrients because it's locked because the clay is packed so tightly and all of the electrical conductivity. So in order to combat that, I got a dump truck of sand. I called our local guys. Gillespie and was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And they're like, you know what? I was like, I have this space. I need to change the porosity and the fertility and all of that kind of stuff. And they were like, okay. So we got literally a dump truck of sand and we got a load of mushroom soil. And our neighbors up the street lent us their great big double wheel, extra huge, long tractor and spreader. They used to have cows, so they have not your traditional manure spreader that just kind of kicks it out, but they had one that had actual hydraulics that would push as well as kick it out. And that was definitely a day where I called Will because that's a little too big for what I'm comfortable with. And you had to use my tractor to load. So you would have a couple loads and then a couple loads, and then it would all get mixed, and we spread that on the field. We'll go back through. We'll do a very light rototill to kind of mix that in, and just kind of get the soil to a better space.
Yeah,
it's been interesting.
Yeah, it looks a lot better out there now compared to when Will had first rototilled it, and it was like the massive, massive chunks of clay out there, and they were like huge. They were like rocks.
Yeah.
But it looks a lot nicer.
It was miserable. Yeah. Absolutely miserable. It just was thick and sticky.
I was very hopeful that it was thick and sticky like that because it had been raining, like torrential downpour for multiple days, but that was not the case.
Yeah, no. And that's always my question. I'm always like, hey, Will, is it dry enough that I can rototill? And he's like, Cat, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, you got to be patient. I'm like, I'm dying. So, and then for many years, we had just the rototiller. So we would have the tractor and the rototiller.
And how wide was the rototill?
We have a 3-foot rototiller because all of our landscape fabric is burnt to a 3-foot width to accommodate everything that is rototilled. So everything is all set. For a long time, and Amber, I think you and I may have been the quickest, we would lay cornstarch fabric by hand. So literally we were digging like little gophers, making a trench, praying it wasn't windy.
I remember you guys doing that.
Oh my gosh. It would take us an hour a row to prepare. It just took so long, and then you'd have to go back because you have to tuck in your ends. So we have 2 styles of growing out in the field. We have one style where it is landscape fabric with pre-burned holes that we pull up at the end of the season, and it's all reusable. We also have cornstarch fabric, which biodegrades. There's pros and cons to both of them. The pro for the landscape fabric is it's really, really sturdy, and walkways are already established.
It's reusable. It's
as long as you clean it up correctly.
Yeah.
Not with like chunks of mud rolled up into it, and then months later
smells.
you have to and then months later you have to unroll it, clean out the old soil. It's dirt at that point. It's not even soil because it's dead.
That was gross.
Like, and it gets heavy. Like the rolls get heavy. The earth is heavy. If you picked up a bucket of like wet, like earth soil, not like Miracle Grow or anything like that, but like straight up full of clay. You know how much water is in that bucket of soil? It's so heavy. Or sand. That's dry.
Super duper
so heavy.
And I gotta say, laying the fabric by hand is super satisfying when it's done right.
Yes, 100%. The cornstarch fabric, you have to rototill, and then you have to have a furrow down the side in order to tuck your edges into. There's no pre-burned holes.
Which sucks with planting.
Yeah, it does rip.
Poke a hole, and then you make a hole too big because if you're going too fast, it rips into the other hole. And you have a big hole, and then the plants get choked out by weeds. Like it
defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
But it's nice because it biodegrades. So if you have enough space that you can just constantly keep rotating everything.
Or if it's something that's like a fast grower.
Yeah.
Like sweet Annie, for a reason that's hanging above our head.
That's slow. That takes the entire freaking season.
But I don't feel like there's a lot of weeds in that though.
No, because it's so thick.
I guess that's what I meant to say. Like it's sizeable. It's not like scabiosa, where you get weeds in that because the stems are so tiny.
Yeah,
like
it's not a very huge, robust plant that chokes out the competition, like your cosmos and zinnias and all of that kind of stuff, or snapdragons.
Yarrow. There's not a weed in that yarrow. Yarrow is the weeds are the yarrow.
Yeah,
like.
Ugh. Well, the Colorado variety that we planted is, I don't want to say invasive, but it's
she just blows.
Yeah.
Give it 10 years and it'll be all over the county.
I'm like, oh my God.
Remember when we dug it up and relocated it, and now it's just spread out throughout the entire field?
Yeah.
Look, there's yarrow. Look, there's more yarrow.
Yeah, there's baby yarrow that's growing like grass. Like,
and you mow it, and it
comes back.
Keeps growing.
I mean, and we use it, and it's pretty, and it's great, and all of the things, but Jiminy Crickets.
Yeah, we do cut a lot of it off, and then it just gets, like, it just comes back.
Yeah, it's much better than it was.
Yeah.
Much, much better than it was. But, so, the one year, I think Amber and I were on our 5th row, 5 hours into laying cornstarch fabric by hand. And I looked at her, and I said, I'm done. I'm done.
There has to be a system for this.
Oh, there was. We just financially were trying to we bootstrapped all of our finances. There is no mortgage. There is no like, hey, I'm going to take out all of my retirement. Like I that's not how I'm going to do things. So we bootstrapped the entire way along. And that was a day when I was like, I don't care what I have to do. We are buying this piece of equipment. And we did. And we bought a black plastic mulch layer. And here's the thing, in the vegetable world, that is often used out in field production. You lay it down, you put in your peppers, tomatoes, and eggplants, and it's got weed suppression and all of this stuff. It lasts the entire season. And then you go and you pull it and you throw it away. Ethically, I have a major problem with that. So I really took some time to research and find, I didn't want to do paper. Paper just gets mushy and it just, that was
around here, good. It would be mold.
Yes, there was a huge issue with mold when we used it a few times. It just, and you get like a,
it's weird,
like a moss slime, like it just wasn't good. So we tried the black plastic mulch layer, and that.
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten-free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungryroot. Now, Hungryroot is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungryroot team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungryroot.
Checked all the boxes for what we needed, hooked it up to the big tractor because it's too heavy for my small tractor. It doesn't have a PTO or anything like that. Literally, you pull it across the field. 2 things we learned. First thing is don't do it when it's windy. Because that was another interesting moment. It always seems like in the spring we're always up against the weather. And we've done it where there's wind coming across the field right before a storm, and you've got the ends flapping, and if you don't do it correctly, it'll lift the entire thing out. It just, oh my goodness. But when we lay that, it takes an hour to do 15 rows. So talk about efficient. It's a game changer.
Yeah, like time per row compared to what we had to do before, what you guys had to do before.
Yeah.
I walked out and I looked at you guys, was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go look at the flowers and cut them.
Yeah, I want no parts of that. Bye.
Yes.
Yeah. So it does biodegrade, but we still put down row walk fabric in between those rows so that we don't have to have weeds in the rows. We've played with straw down the rows, but straw holds so much moisture. And if you don't get good straw, sometimes there's heads on it or weeds tucked in. Nope. Nothing gets through black plastic.
No.
Nothing gets through black plastic.
So we've got tractors, and we've got all these attachments, and it's great. What about the OG golf cart?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was an interesting first piece of equipment.
I don't even remember. Where did we get that?
Was it Brian?
No.
Did we get it from Brian?
We bought it.
No, it was from Jenna's dad.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure Will killed it.
I think we all killed it. I'm pretty sure we hit a point where we were like, yeah, this didn't work anymore. Because golf carts are good for like transportation, but not for like holding tools and equipment.
Yeah.
We needed a gator. So we got the gator.
Yeah.
And we still use it unless it's raining and cold and we're not outside. We use it every day.
Every day. Every day. And again, it's green and yellow. Just saying.
Yes, it is.
It does its job, and it does its job well. Now, my mom has a gator, and God forbid if you touch it and you don't ask, but that's a whole separate story. But hers has like the knobby wheels. It has super
it's like a hunter's gator.
Yeah, it's got thick tread, and you can like go over the logs and all of the things. I like my gator because it's got regular tires. It doesn't beat up my grass. I can.
Well, we don't need it. We don't ask much of it, I don't think.
Not that way.
Yeah.
Unless Will takes it across the ditch.
Yeah. And then
I'm like
stuck or slides somewhere because that would be well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he'd get the mower and pull out the gator with the mower or vice versa.
But the number of hours that gator has on it that has saved us those hours in walking.
Because realistically, our processing facility is not right next to our growing facility.
No.
So everything has to be, it's 1/8 of a mile from here to out there, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean.
And carrying a bucket that's full of water and heavy ass flowers, like peonies, bruh.
Bruh.
That is a hike. Like, that is a hike.
That is a super thick, heavy, they're just heavy flowers.
Yeah.
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 And being able to put all the tools together, not have to schlep them out and back, and like it just. And if you have to pee, being able to jump in the gator,
run over the house.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah.
Because it takes 2 seconds.
We're not popping a squat in the field. Sometimes.
If it's an emergency.
Yeah.
And if the flowers are tall enough, maybe down the side. But yeah, what other equipment have we used? I mean, we've got there's the traditional hoe. There's the razor hoe. There's the hula hoe, like the hula. It looks like a horse stirrup, so it's a hula hoe.
I think our favorite tool that the girls use are those little knives.
They're called hori knives.
Yeah.
They are.
Have you seen them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They look like something that. They're like mini machetes.
Yeah, they do.
They've got a serrated edge.
But they work.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
They are like, you can do.
We've definitely lost a couple, but they're here. We had to order a couple more.
And a razor hoe. Razor hoes are really good too because they've got that nice sharp blade.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite tools that we use often, and people kind of look at me, but it's so nice. And again, we're girls, so don't judge, but girl tools are the mini shovels. There's so much power that I can put behind that instead of this long thing that I don't know where to, I just
can't control it.
Yeah.
They're built for us. We can put more of our own power behind the mini shovels because they are our size.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not like throwing them into the ground. We're like, you put it in, you jump on it a couple times, and then you take it out. Like,
well, and the post hole digger. If we're putting in trees or anything like that, I always kid my dad. I finally got my PhD. I got my post hole digger, and he just shakes his head at me and just doesn't know what to do with me some days.
Well, you can't forget the infamous tool, the four-legged tulip helper. Miss Cora. I don't know if you guys saw the story a couple days ago, but it is currently March 27th. Was it like last week or something?
Yes, I fired her.
Yeah.
She was officially fired.
Your mom brought Cora out into the field, and she thought the tulips were like play toys.
She would like run down the row and like take a bite, take a bite, take a bite, take a bite.
I think they were edible.
No. And then I had one, and I'm out there, I'm pulling, I'm working. And she's running around, and she's chasing the birds, and she's like diving across, and she is having a grand old time.
She's like, this is the best day ever.
She's just running all over the place. And I turn and I look, and she is just fat and happy, running up the row with one in her mouth, just like, hey,
specifically a red one.
It was. I was like, you are a mess.
Yeah, she's a turd.
Yeah.
Office dog only.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cats belong outside.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, one of the chickens was in the original peony row on my way up the driveway.
Yeah, I think they've finally realized that exists out there.
Mm.
We have...
Oh, they better not be eating the tops off of them. They'll be tomorrow night's dinner.
Will not be good. I
Hopefully they're just debugging them because it's raining and there's worms.
But they're not like our last... What's a group of chickens called?
What?
What's a group of chickens called?
Flock.
A flock, okay.
I almost said a herd.
It wasn't like our last group of chickens. Like, they were, like...
aggressive.
They were aggressive. These are from Kenley. They're Kenley chickens.
Mm-hmm.
They're super chill. They were walking out in the rain earlier.
They look like wet rats right now.
Yeah, their rooster looked like he was like 2 sizes smaller than he normally was. Just kind of looking at me in the way of me driving in the driveway. Just, he's like, why are you in my way? I'm crossing the road to get to the other side.
I had leftover sushi. I totally put that out for them. So they were like all running around with the seaweed.
Oh my god.
Okay, but they'd eaten all the rice.
Yeah, but last week with the pork fried rice and PK putting them in their place.
That was hilarious. You put was it pork fried rice?
It was pork fried rice.
Mom put out a pile of it in the front yard. We've just decided the front yard is just it's compostable. It's for the chickens. We're just gonna throw it out.
It was in a container.
Well, it was PK's first day out of cat jail because he hurt his paw and he had a cone on. So it's his first day back out. There was fur growing on top. He wasn't uncomfortable or limping or anything like that. And he wanted the pork fried rice. So he started to eat it, and the chickens are like, what is that? I want some too. So they come walking over with their heads bobbing, and PK just looks at them, and the one hen leaned in, and PK turned his head and was like, you fucking think you're fucking my food right now? And he slowly turned and went back to the chicken's head. And then Chiquita started to come over, and then it was too many chickens for PK's liking, and he gave up. He was like, fine. He's like, I'm done. He took one last mouthful. He eats a normal cat, where Chiquita will take a mouthful, walk over and drop it on the ground, and then eat the little pieces. Huh. She's so weird. She's crazy.
100%.
100%. Never heard of a cat doing that before.
Mm-mm. Well, she knows in the morning in order to get fed. So my dad, we don't need any cats, and this, that, and the other thing. Who feeds the cats? My dad.
On the front porch, on the ledge.
So in the morning, she knows that he comes out that door. So she sits on the little banister and actually hits the
door handle.
Yeah. Meow.
Oh my gosh, you'll hear her for hours. Meow,
Wow.
meow,
It's like, oh my
meow.
gosh.
She totally has him trained.
She
Yeah.
has him
Oh, yeah.
trained, and the chickens. So all of the other chickens that we've ever had have never gone to my parents' house.
Or been on the field.
Never.
Mhm.
Never. These guys, I think the rooster has discovered that if he crows close enough to the porch, it echoes
He's been underneath the porch before.
all the time.
I think it's hilarious.
He crows all underneath, and my dad's like, "Why are your chickens over here? Can you take them home?" And I'm like, "You have a bird feeder. You're feeding them.
Yeah.
You wanted birds, obviously.
Yeah, you got your birds. Here you go.
You just ended up with a couple extras."
Yeah, they get so excited when there's food though. The way they like waddle run kills me.
Priceless.
Kills me.
I
I like
love
that our
watching
rooster is nice.
Mhm.
He doesn't look crazy mean. Because our last rooster was beautiful. God, he was beautiful, but he was such an asshole.
Will had scars on his legs from him.
That's why I didn't go next to him. He would like look at you sideways. It was like,
And I'd look at him and be like, "Don't you even think about it." And I'd hear him.
yeah, he would like
Behind
run
me?
after you. You could hear like his feet would like thud on the brick walkway.
Mm-mm.
He was a big rooster. He was also like, how old was he? 6, 7 years old?
Yeah,
He was an old rooster.
Yeah.
That would have been some tough meat. Like, did he eat my fox?
yeah.
Okay.
The fox actually
Oh,
climbed.
He's the rooster that you saved from the fox.
Yes. So every once in a
Story
while,
time.
I suck at closing the chicken door at night. And the one night I went
And
out.
he was dumb. I know he was protective over his girls, but he was dumb.
Well, he was interesting because if there was an eagle or a hawk or something,
Mhm.
he would emit one single low tone, like a murr, and all the chickens would go and
Yeah,
disappear.
gone. Couldn't see
Like
him.
you couldn't find them, you
For
couldn't
hours.
anything. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So, but I stuck, and the one night I forgot to shut the door, and I went outside. I think I was looking for an order because it was cold,
Mhm.
and I had been on the sofa, like stove and all of,
Keeping the house warm.
wood burning stove. I had the blanket on, so I ran out real quick, and I look, and I hear, and I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Here is a fox that had the rooster in its mouth, and it's running across the front field,
Mhm.
and I'm in a blanket.
Mind you, everyone else is asleep.
Yeah, because it was like probably 1:30 in the morning, because I don't know. I was checking to make sure the order hadn't come. I didn't want things to freeze. So
Because who sleeps ever?
whatever. So I'm like, what do? I don't have time to run back in the house and grab anybody or do anything. So I run after the fox.
Yep. And a blanket.
With my blanket, and my arms are out, and I start yelling. And you could see the fox like look around, and then all of a sudden you could see it turn around behind and look like, what the hell is that? Dropped the rooster and took off. And I was like, so I'm standing there, I'm looking at the rooster.
So pause this for a second. If you have seen Frozen and you remember Elsa running away, like across the ice with her cape, like wiggling behind her, that was Mom at 1:30 in the morning.
Chasing a fox carrying a chicken.
Not just a
What
chicken,
the hell?
a whole rooster. He would like come up to your kneecaps, like almost your thighs.
Yeah, he was big. He was
His
big.
spurs were like 3 or 4 inches long.
Yeah, not a fan.
Mm-mm.
Not a fan.
No.
So now,
But this one, the one that we have now, has fuzzy feet, so he's
I
fine.
like him. So now I'm standing in the field by myself in the dark, alone with the rooster of death, and I'm going, wait a minute, I just saved him.
Now what?
He could have been eaten, and there would be no more. I'm scared to walk down my walkway. And then I was like,
Didn't he just get plopped down and he stood up and was like,
Where
but
am
he
I?
just kinda looked around, and I was like,
what the fuck just happened?
come on, let's go back. So I'm like talking to him. I'm like, come on. He's like a dog. We make it the whole way across the field. And he gets to the edge of the field and he hits grass and he just kind of like nestles down. And I was like, oh no.
He's like, good night.
Oh no. And I was like, I'm not picking you up because I know you're going to turn around and peck the shit out of me. I was like, no. So what did I do? I took my blanket. I scooped him up. Ran him over, shoved him in the house, shut the door, went inside and was like, I'll check him in the morning. There was no blood. There was nothing. Like, there was nothing wrong with him.
The fox was just trying to kidnap him.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me.
So it was probably 2 years later. It's probably 2 years after that.
Saved your life.
The fox finally got its way.
Yeah, he finally got him because he didn't go in that night.
Yeah, usually that's when they get him.
Yep, he got to a point where he didn't want to go inside, so he was up in the tree that's above the coop, and the fox jumped our fence, jumped up on the enclosed pen, up on the hood, like you could see the footprints, and picked him out of the tree, and that was it.
And he got.
Yep. Yeah. I was like, well, if you're going to be stupid and not come inside.
Yeah. Sometimes I appreciate when they're just like missing and there's no like feather remaining.
There's no evidence.
Yeah, I'm like, well, he gone.
Yeah.
Not coming back.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he was hard to eat. Just saying. I hope he was.
Oh, yeah.
So tractors and equipment. Some of the best equipment is the animals.
Agreed. Agreed. I definitely agree.
Yeah. I think it's funny that the cats and the chickens have like this understanding amongst each other.
Like, let me tell you what, if I put out wet cat food, those cats don't stand a chance. Those chickens will tear that up.
It's just so weird to me. They don't eat like wet cat food. Like, I know you'll eat, I mean, they'll eat like
pork fried rice.
Yeah, so we like Chinese food, and we don't feed them chicken. We're not those kind of people.
Oh no, that's just
we don't
weird.
do that to them. But yeah, they'll walk past each other, and you can just hear PK and be like, "Sup, bro?" and walking by, and then Jiki is like, "What are you looking at?" And she just keeps walking. Like she'll sit there, and her tail will do her like
her flicky thing.
Yeah, and she'll just walk around and do their thing. Like but like the dogs don't have that. I mean, I know they just think that it's like they're also not outside animals.
Oh, let me tell you what, that old rooster, Charlie will not mess with chickens because of that rooster. Yeah, I mean, he just whap 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 whap. That was it. Charlie was like, oh, I'm done. He stood there like, I don't know what just happened.
Poor Charlie.
Charlie, he's our white boxer. God bless his soul. He's still alive, even in that way. But like, he has like these humanized facial expressions. He'll just look at you and be like, "What was that? What just happened?" Like, it's just ridiculous. It cracks me up.
Yeah,
cracks me up. I love it
for sure. I do want to figure out what the mystery holes are.
What mystery holes?
In the walkway, so we have the enclosed fence
totally
part.
Just grass hopped.
Well, I want to know what it is, because if it's something that the dogs can taste and eat, great. They're about, what is that, 2 inches, 3 inches across, and they're only 3 or 4 inches deep. They don't go anywhere, but it's like something is tunneling down. I don't know if they're getting grubs or worms or something, but it's in the...
Is it in the fence?
It's outside the fence in the main walkway, in that main like roadway that we used to get out to the perennials and all of that kind of stuff. I'll show you tomorrow. I don't know what it is. I have no. It was a volamolejoux something.
You sure it's not a squirrel trying to like dig its nuts into the ground?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't think so.
But it's been wet. It's easy for the ground to like.
I don't know. I don't. You know what? We'll post a picture. See if somebody can tell us, what is this hole? It's not in my head, but what is this hole?
And what are these?
And what is causing this? I don't know. It almost looks like somebody has taken a rod,
like a
and then
rod.
like swished it around to make like these hole. I don't know. It's so weird.
The only purposeful like hole thing that I can think of is a squirrel that has like, if there's no end to it, if it's just a hole, I would say it's a squirrel.
I don't know.
But we don't really have a lot of it around anymore. There's not a rabbit trying to like burrow anywhere. I know it's not. That's not a protective spot though. So I guess
I don't know.
Sierra would know. She's got a rabbit burrow.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. This has been fun. Tractors and equipment and animals.
Yeah, a little bit more farm focused.
Low key, love tractors.
All right, you guys. You can catch us.
Oh God, lawnmowers.
Take it away. Take it away.
No, that's the one other thing that like You gotta have a lawnmower. You
Yeah.
gotta be able to cut all the stuff.
Yeah, cut the grass, the yarrow grass.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay. All right, guys. Maybe. You can find us anywhere you find your podcast: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, all of the places. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, and on the interwebs under The Flower Files or Wildly Native.
Hey, can you guys like post where you found us in like one of the comments somewhere? I'd love to know where did you find us?
Yeah.
And future episodes. What tractor questions do you have? Ooh, and in the comments, can you comment, are you team green or team some other weird color?
Yeah, you red or blue or
Orange or yellow?
something like that. Husqvarna. You never know. Cue the outro music. Do 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 do.
Oh my god, we're
I
done.
think I've heard the intro and the outro 50 million times because the amount of times I have to like edit it.
Oh, yeah.
To go into place. You do 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 do.
All right, guys. We will talk to you again next week.
Enjoy the music.
Cue outro. Cue outro.
And scene.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron? We're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
Mm-hmm. And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy, crazy, crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now. Bye.
Gracias.